So my 10 goals for 2017, these are keeping in mind or kind of thinking of my year of yes. And so I made sure that all of these were somewhat in line with my year of yes. Number one is that I want to run 3 miles in 30 minutes. Now, those of you who are runners, you're probably like, that sounds like a really low bar goal. But you have to understand that I have never been someone who would quantify myself as a runner. I couldn't even run a mile without stopping until, honestly, a few years ago. So the fact that I can run for 30 minutes without stopping right now is a really big deal. But I am setting the goal that by the end of this year, I will be able to run 3 miles in 30 minutes. Right now I can run a 10-minute mile, but it's really pushing myself and there's no way that I can run 3 10-minute miles. Goal number 2 is to make it to phase 4 of the nutrition plan. So I've talked about the nutrition plan that I'm on and how it's changed my life and made such a difference for me in all areas of my life, basically. But I'm on phase 2 right now. I'm just about ready to get to phase 3, which I'm super excited about because phase 1 is where you just eliminate and detox and can't have to eat all that gross stuff, like tons and tons and tons of salad. And so phase 2, I got to add in some new things, and I'm really excited because my body is doing very well and adapting really well, and really feel like my health is getting rebuilt. And so I think I have maybe another week and I get to move to phase 3, which means I get to add a lot of new things slowly back into my diet, and I'm really excited about that. Super excited about that. I'm like, when do I get the pancakes? Because I really would love to have some pancakes. And even if they're whole wheat, I don't care. I just would love some pancakes. Okay, so phase 4 is when you basically have your metabolism is in a really great place and your health is in a really great place and you have rebuilt your strength, and supposedly my nutritionist said that in phase 3 I'm going to feel 10 times better than I feel in phase 2, which I'm like, how is that even possible? But yes, he says that. And in phase 4, I guess I'm just going to feel like out of this world or something. Number 3, I'm very excited about this one, and that is to read 48 books that I already own. So I actually don't have that many books on my shelf that I own. We pared down to 2 bookshelves, which is pretty minimalistic for a book lover like me. But when I read Marie Kondo's book, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, and she talks about only having things on your shelf that really spark joy. So I went through all of my books and I pared down to books that I really wanted to read or books that had really impacted my life that I wanted to hang on to. So I realized as I was getting to the end of 2016 that there were a lot of books on my shelf that I hadn't read that I really wanted to read, or books that I had read a long time ago that I wanted to reread. So this year I'm challenging myself to read 48 books that I already own. And every Sunday on my blog, moneysavingmom.com, I'm going to be sharing what I read the past week and what I'm currently reading. Number 4 is to go on a 4-day completely unplugged trip with my husband. We did this in 2016. We actually went to Hawaii, which I'd never been to Hawaii before, and we were able to use points and gift cards, and we did the entire 4-day unplugged trip for just, I think it was less than $200. So we have been saving again in order to be able to do another trip like that, and we actually have a place picked out. It's not Hawaii. I'm really excited about it. It's a place I've never been, and I think we're going to be able to use points and gift cards again. We're working on that so that we can hopefully do that this year. Number 5 is to go to South Africa again as a family. My kids have been begging to go back to South Africa, and so we are hoping to make that happen this year. It's something that's so important to us that our kids are involved in ministry work and involved in getting to see up close and firsthand what our family is committed to doing and what our family is involved in South Africa, and for them also to get to understand why we make the choices that we do in our family so that we can give generously. Number 6, these are now my financial goals, or our financial goals, and we are going to sell our 3 rental houses in Kansas. This was a big goal for us, and this was one that took a long time to decide that we were going to set as a goal. We actually spent months in 2016 really talking through and thinking through and praying about and just really considering our options for what we wanted to do as far as housing. So right now we are renting in the Nashville area, and we would really like to not be renting long term, but we also are committed to not go into debt. And so our 3 houses in Kansas we paid cash for, and we saved up, and it was we paid cash for. They were a great investment. We've made a profit on them pretty much every single month since we've had them. My husband was doing the math the other day, and he said if we had put that money into basically any other investment, there's no way that we could have made the percentage back that we've made on them. Plus, the good news is that we think there's a very good chance that we're going to turn a profit on them also when we sell them. Goal number 7 goes along with this, and that is to save up to pay cash for a house here in Tennessee. So this was another kind of big goal that we had to really think through, and what would this look like, and what was our savings goal. And so right now, we have about 15% of the amount saved that we would like to have saved, and then once we sell the houses, we think we'll probably have about 75% of the amount saved. And yes, houses are a lot more expensive here, but our houses there are also smaller rental houses, so that's why, again, they're houses that would kind of be at least 2 of them would be too small for our family. So then we are planning to try to save an additional 25% this year, and so then by the end of 2016, our hope, I said it again, I said 2016, by the end of 2017, our hope is that we will have 100% of the amount that we want to have saved, and then start looking for our home. And we are really wanting to find a house that it has a fairly large square footage, because we'd like for our kids to each have their own individual room. Right now they are all sharing a room, and they are 11, 9, and 7, and so they're getting to the place of that it would be really good for them to be able to have their own room. We'd like to do that, and also have office space, since my husband and I both work from our home, and so we'd like to be able to have office space as well. So we're looking at something that's larger than what we have now, and something that would adequately provide for our needs. And also we'd like to get something that has enough square footage that we can be able to host groups, because that's one thing that we'd really love to be able to do. Right now we can't host our community group because we don't have enough space in our house for all of the kids to play while the parents meet, because there's 14 little kids and we just don't have the space in our house. So they can play outside, but it's not really conducive. When we tried it hasn't worked very well. So lots of thought that's gone into kind of what we're looking for in a forever house. It's just a house. You never know whether you're going to stay there forever or not. But we just really want to get something that allows us to be able to meet the needs of our family, but also be able to serve other people and have people into our home and be able to open up our home, because that's something that we really want to be able to do. Number 8, these are now my business goals, is to release 2 new courses. So I have plans in the works for me to release 2 full-fledged courses. These will be courses that will be different than Make Over Your Mornings and Make Over Your Evenings. These will be courses that will have modules and will be a lot more comprehensive. I'm really excited about them, and I can't wait to tell you more about them as the year progresses, but we're working on that. And number 9 is to start new blogs. And I actually said 3 new blogs, but some things changed this week and it's only going to be 2 new blogs for a lot of reasons. And so I'm going to be starting a blog called crystalpaine.com. That's going to be my personal space for me to be able to share about faith, family, fashion, and fitness for the everyday woman. And so it'll just be my personal thoughts and pictures and things that I'm pondering and learning, and I just want to share from my heart and fun sides of me too that maybe just don't fit on Money Saving Mom. So crystalpaine.com and then yourbloggingmentor.com, which will be a site for beginner to intermediate bloggers, just really helping them with practical tools and advice and ideas and inspiration to be able to be a successful blogger. So to increase their income and increase their impact. So I'm really excited about both of those, and we are hoping that they will be ready to launch at the end of March. And then number 10 is to learn YouTube and iMovie. So I had a YouTube channel for a long time, but I hadn't really ever done much with it. And so in 2017, my big goal is to figure out as much as I can about YouTube, learn how to edit movies on iMovie, and be consistent about posting videos every single week. I'm shooting for 1 a weekday right now, so 5 videos a week, but I'm giving myself a little bit of grace that I don't always have to hit that every single week, but at least update it every single week. So that is my 10th goal, and I'm very excited about that. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would love for you to do that so you can follow along and watch as I learn in real life, real time, hands-on learning, because I'm gonna make mistakes. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm having a lot of fun challenging myself to learn a brand new skill. So those are my 10 goals for 2017. I'd love to hear from you. If you have set goals for 2017, if you've blogged about it, leave a link. And if it's, if you want to also, you have the time, I'd love for you to just list off your goals in the comment section. Let's all encourage one another to live our lives with more purpose and intention so that when we get to the end of 2017, we can look back and we can say, wow, I accomplished something this year, and I'm so excited, and I was able to set those goals, break them down into bite-sized pieces, and actually make some great headway. So have a great day, and I will see you back tomorrow.